All right, what's up, guys? Today on StatTAC, we're going to be going over the machine gunner or Minuteman machine gunner kit. I'd also like to say I got new microphones, so it's going to sound a little better. Um, Hopefully, $300 mic's better than a $25 mic. But so here we're going to go into this. This is not my the platform exactly how you would want to use it. This is my SPR that I use, but an SPR platform is kind of going to be closer to what a Minuteman machine gunner would use, right? So we definitely want to stick to an AR platform because as your own machine gunner role, you're going to be carrying all this stuff mostly by yourself, and plus a lot of your guys probably in your group are also going to be running ARs. So keeping the ammo similar to each other or all the same is a great idea in this because as your support role is to provide suppressing fire. So when you're providing suppressing fire, you're going to want to be able to carry a lot of ammo on you. Now, there's going to be various means of how you might want to go about that, but we're going to go ahead and start off with kind of what you might want in a your platform that you would be using for your suppressing fire or so as a civilian you don't have access to machine guns, at least not easily. So there's ways you can get around this is basically an AR that you do a little bit of arts and crafts on to increase the fire rate, or put a binary or a FRT trigger in there to increase your fire rate, or you just run a regular thing, just pull that thing as many times as you want with your trigger finger. But hey, let's kind of just go down to what you probably would want to have. So we are running a 5.56 platform, so we're going to want a longer barrel. So we're going to want something probably on the short end 16 inches, and then on the longer end maybe a 20 inch barrel. All right, and then you're probably going to want an H bar or something fluted to help with the heat dispersion for the amount of rounds that you're going to be putting down range with it. All right, next thing you're going to want to do is probably invest in a bipod. Depending on the bipod that you want, Harris, Atlas. Probably Atlas is more for an SPR or something, or precision shooting. So Magpul or a Harris bipod would probably be your best. The Harris weighs more, and also, but it doesn't have as much flex as the Magpul one does. The Magpul one is also very light, and it can swivel and can't and stuff like that the Harris bipod can't. But this thing is also a lot lighter. I don't really know the exact amount of ounces lighter it is, but it's a big difference. And then buttstocks, kind of just run it how you want, tune it to you. I'd recommend a flash hider instead of a brake because you're still going to be operating in a tactical environment. Or fuck it, you just want to use a brake so you don't have as much recoil, even though the 5.56 doesn't really recoil too much anyway. But then suppressors, if you want to run a suppressor on it, you can just make sure it is rated for higher rates of fire. Now I'm kind of debated on whether or not to run a weapon light on your machine gunner loadout or whatever. So that's kind of up to you in your SOPs. If you think you're going to be doing a lot of urban indoor stuff, probably. If you're going to be doing outdoor stuff, probably don't need to run the red light at night, or sorry, the white light at night, and you can probably just run it with a like an IR light or an APIDL or PEC 15 or whatever kind of IR device that you feel comfortable with on your rifle, since you are in a support role. And then going back, the optics wise, so optics, I'm not going to suggest anything with a variable zoom because with the amount of rounds you're going to be putting down range, you're probably, and if you don't invest in a quality optic, it's also going to put a lot more stress on that optic. So like a prism or a red dot, I think would probably be the best bet for your Minuteman LMG. So like a comp M4 from Aimpoint or an ACOG, or I'd probably suggest maybe the primary arms ones, but those have been known to break. So I don't know how well it would be. Those prison optics would do under the lot of just like stress that your rifle is going to be going through as a machine gunner role. And then you're definitely going to want a sling for carrying this thing, because if you're putting these longer barrels on, your rifle is going to get heavier. Plus, you should probably consider carrying an extra upper, since you don't have, with an AR-15 platform, you don't have the capabilities to quickly change out the barrel, but you can pretty much quickly change out the upper itself. So maybe you want to carry a slightly shorter upper. Maybe you want to carry a 10.5 or something, or 11.5 upper. That's up to you, what you want to carry, if you want to carry a secondary upper. And if you are, using this in an increased fire rate kind of thing, I'd probably definitely would carry an extra upper within your kit, so that you can quickly swap them out by just detaching your retaining pins. Next, we're going to go into magazines that you're going to want to carry. So there's a number of magazines. You can go 30s, probably be the smallest mags you probably want to go. And then you could also at least start running D60s. So D60s get 60 rounds. They're a little heavy. I think it's like 40 ounces or something unloaded, and like 50 loaded. I might be a little off on that. So they definitely get a little heavy being loaded, but that's 60 rounds in your gun that you don't have to reload. Then on top of that, you have your 40 rounders. 40 rounders are a lot for pretty light. You get 10 more extra rounds compared to a 30 round magazine. And if you're feeling super spicy, you can couple these like I have right here. And now you have about 80 rounds right here. And that's a slightly heavier, well, both empty. This is lighter than the 60 rounder, is two coupled. 40 rounds, they're about, it's like 10 ounces lighter than the D60s from Magpul. So, but once they're fully loaded, they are slightly heavier. But you're also gaining 20 plus extra rounds, but with the downside of having to reload after those 40. But that's something you have to weigh in. Another thing you can do with the D60s is get one of those 200 rounder saw gunner pouches. They sell them on I think it's odgg.com, Pacific Northwest Grill's website. He has saw gunner pouches and stuff like that you can buy, and those will fit 2 D60s or whatever. So and you just overlap them, so that's 120 rounds you're carrying now in one pouch. Now with those surplus saw gunner pouches, they are MOLLE, so you're gonna have to have like a MOLLE vest or some sort of conversion panel on your plate carrier or whatever you're running, your chest rig. And then you could also couple your 30 rounders depending on what you got. So running those is always an option. But now we're gonna go away from the rifle into how to run that and into the kit. So like I said before, ammo is going to be your main priority in what you're carrying, because you're going to carry most of your ammo. So having a vest or a setup that you can carry lots of ammo on you. So one thing I like about having this Mayflower is, or just the setup basically, is being able to fit other mags in here. Now, I would, instead of running 30s, I would rather run 40s, because I got my only two 40 rounders coupled, which sucks. But they sit pretty flat and they come up to about slightly higher on your plate carrier or your chest rig, and it's not inhibiting to, the amount that you're carrying. So it's not going to like make you sit up higher and you're prone, and it's not going to be interfering with your neck or your head or something like that. Now, if you run something up top on your plate carrier or something like that, then it might interfere with some of that shit that you have up there. Well, actually, it will. But if you don't run anything up here, like I got nothing up here. I don't got one of those phone things. I don't have any of those juggernauts. So I can slip 4 40s here. That is 160 rounds. And then on these side pouches, I can fit 2 30 rounders. So that's another 60, 120 rounds. So we're increasing our carrying load quite a bit by running these options. So, and then on top of that, if you're going to be a machine gunner, you're also going to want to have an assault pack with you where you're going to carry more ammunition in it. Basically, as a Minuteman machine gunner, you're going to be carrying more ammo and water, and that's pretty much all you're going to be carrying. And then also, you're kind of be putting these, you're going to be using this platform in a way that it's not really intended to do for long purposes. So there is a higher chance of it going down. So carrying a sidearm is probably going to be a must for you, depending on where you're at, and then a few extra rounds. But this is your main platform, and you're going to want to keep it going. So that's kind of going to be the conclusion of the video. But just keep in mind, as a Minuteman machine gunner, you are going to want to prioritize the amount of ammo that you're carrying. You're definitely going to be carrying more than your buddies, and your weapon's going to weigh more than your buddies. And so you better be able to carry it. But like I said, if you're going to be serious about this role, invest in some D60s or mag couplers with 40 rounders. 30 rounders work, but I think 40 rounders are the way to go if you're going to be putting them up on your chest rig or your plate carrier, because they're going to be sitting up here and they're not going to be too much in the way. And you're also increasing, that's an extra 10 rounds per mag that you add on. That's a 40 rounder. And again, guys, thanks for watching the video. Like, subscribe. Let us know how the mic quality is if you made it this far in the video. I know it's been shit. We've been told that before, and we finally made the investment, I guess, into our channel to invest in some audio quality. So again, thanks guys for watching. Check out the Telegram, join us in there. You can chat with us, tell us stuff, send us stupid memes. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys.